Khutsong Township is located on the West Rand, just outside Carletonville. It's surrounded by some of the largest and richest gold mines in the world. I first visited Kutsong at the beginning of spring, after being made aware of the dire living conditions facing residents. The area reeks of leaking sewerage from blocked drains. Puddles of effluent stream down residential streets and flood people's yards. The local wastewater treatment plant hasn't functioned in 15 years. Residents say blocked, leaking and cracked pipes allow sewerage to enter the ground, saturating the unstable dolomitic bedrock on which the township is built, causing sinkholes. Johannes Mugwiza's house was the first to fall victim to a sinkhole. He explains how the situation started with a small leak.
That leakage, it was a small rubber that just went out on the draining of pipes. That rubber, it can't even cost 200 rands or 300 rands.
He reported the matter to his councillor, who alerted the municipality.
After digging, they just leave that place like that, opened, not taking care of that place, and then they went for months and months. They came again with the other guy. They said he's a municipal engineer, we don't know him. Came there, they took photos, and they left. That engineer company, when they drilled there, they burst another pipe, the sewer pipe now, on the other side of the road. After busting that pipe, we complained because the smell was coming out from that place. We were complaining daily, each and every day, according to our health. Children are playing there. It's dangerous to everyone.
The sinkhole in front of his house was cordoned off with a fence, and officials took lots of photographs.
No one was even prepared to fix or what. The next thing, they came with pipes. Leave those pipes there. They were saying the guys from the municipality will come and fix it. Those guys came. While they were busy there, one of them told the others that, no, I've got a phone call that we must move out from this place because it's dangerous. They leave us there, still living there.
The combination of water from the leaking pipes and heavy rainfall sped up the sinkhole's growth.
They called us for a meeting and they said we'll fix the place. They came and just pour some sand and stones, and then they were gone again for about a year. Until this thing became bigger and bigger and it went through my house and my house sinked, just like that. There was no help, nothing.
Did you know your house was going to sink?
No. Because when they come every time, they said, no, the place is still safe. There was one guy who they said is an engineer. He came there. He only put 2 fingers in that crack. And after putting those fingers, he said to us, no, the place is still safe. Just like that, and he goes. I was surprised the following day, after what he said, the house was now flat, sink. I confronted the guy and asked him if he is really an engineer or what. He was not the engineer.
The municipality responded by demolishing his neighbours' houses and placing the occupants in derelict council houses in Carletonville.
This house belongs to Public Works. The Public Works came here and saw their house. These houses were vandalized.
He was told not to make any repairs to the house, but says he had to make it habitable.
It's our own money to fix this house to be like this. But if you check at the municipality said, no, there is an amount that was out for these houses to be fixed. so that you can have a place to stay. But that money, no one saw.
It's now 6 years later, and he says he's never received a title deed or a declaration to compensate him for his destroyed house.
They took us for a meeting with the parents and everyone whose houses were sink. It was only us, that group. They call it the project. They name it Project 590. There was nothing concrete that was placed or given to us.
He says an engineering report commissioned by the municipality said the sinkhole needed to be repaired immediately to avoid total collapse.
Would you know for how long they sat on that information that these houses were going to sink?
More than a year. Because the houses sink after a long time. After a long time, we've been crying on this, crying.
The Mirafong municipality received funds from provincial government to repair Stand 590. This is it after being rehabilitated.
The house behind us, there's another sinkhole now, which means they just close those things with stones. And by the money that was used there is too much. It's about 118 million.
He is grateful nobody was at home when his house sank.
When you go outside the house like it was going like it bends down. The roof is no more in a straight level. I called the speaker on that day. It was raining, heavily raining. I called them and told them, hey man, I've got a problem here. I can't sleep in this house because now it seems like this house is bending down. It's gonna sink, this house. And the answer that I got, and now I'm at home at Eastern Cape. He came maybe after 5 days. And I show him the house. That you see the roof is not straight again, it's like.
We came to Kutsong to investigate residents' claims of municipal negligence, resulting in the formation of massive sinkholes that have destroyed people's houses. It's a couple of months since I last visited here, and I noticed the size of these sinkholes has increased alarmingly. Recently, Kutsong made news headlines after graves in the local cemetery subsided. Maria Chabalala and 5 other families who lived on Stand 590 lost their houses to a sinkhole. She was relocated in a derelict house in town.
After mo batlisa batho ba tlo lukisa mo ntlung, and then ba fetsa go kenya batho ba batlileng bao ba fitlhele ba etsa dithašhapo fela tse ding dintho tse ba ne ba di rekile tse ne di tlhokega ha ba ka ba di kenya kaofela ba entse fela di half job fela ha ba fetsa be ba tsamaya ka dithulusi tseo kaofela ba sa di fetsa ka tsona. Ga re wa ko motho o re tlisitse mo wa 8 a re tlisitse mo o ya ko ena mo bolela gore o na le bothata ka ntho itseng le itseng a re ene ha sa le mo matsogong a rona re ye ko mothong o wa section e mo toropong. Nna ka re ke motho a pentšhele ka be ke ipatlela batho ganyane a lo ntse ke etsa jarata le yone jwale so fela bona ba nna ganele.
She says she's unable to plan a better future for her family if she isn't compensated for the loss of her house. Mamokete Josephine Malebo's house is virtually on the edge of these sinkholes. She's had to vacate her home because of the imminent danger of its collapse.
Ka 25 November last year, ke ga pula ena ke ga re ntwa ka goela di-tiles di tlola mo purchasing di ya ko di wela mo fatshe. And then after mo ke ga le gore gore bitsa motho a disaster tumi wa ko Randfontein a ba re bolela gore o tlo sa sebaka maroeta a ba fitla a re ke ra nna le a o se re ntse re tsamaya ka mo re ya ka mo re ya ka monna re ya ka motla ka mo ena a fitla a shoota mantlo a rona after mo tumiwa ko di-toilet ngwanyana o mongwe o nna a bota ka mo next wa ka morare mo thoko ga toilet go na le khwitinyana e wetseng o se ka atamela thata ha a le moo ga a sena tsa foto mo khwiting eo ga a retologa toilet tse ka mo moraga tsa rona di be di wela di le 2 batho be batla ba go tla di-ambulance di tima mollo mara ba bua sepe se ba se buileng tumi o re la re se ka ba re robala mo matlong a rona go ra gore ha ra tsomolo robala ko gore kapa ko gore re ipatletse madulo a go robala ra ke ra mo di-family tsa rona ra robala ko teng.
Jerry Ramakwatedi is one of the founders of the Merafong Dolomitic Support Group, which advocates for the interests of residents affected by sinkholes.
Our government officials and politicians, they are really uncaring and ignorant to the conditions of Kutsong. The sinkholes and sewer spillage have been in place for more than 5 years.
He says the group approached the presidency, the public protector, and the Human Rights Commission to publicize the residents' plight.
The municipality is systematically violating Section 24 of the Constitution, meaning that the people must live in a healthy environment. When the community complain about sewer leaking pipes or water leaking pipes, the municipality doesn't attend to those problems. Did you see the sewer pipe that transport feces to effluent to the wastewater treatment? It is leaky. And then they say it is vandalism. That thing is not vandalism. It is a congestion.
This cracked sewerage pipe dumps effluent into the Vonnefontein Spruit below, a once pristine watercourse that serves over 400,000 people up to Potchefstroom with water for drinking and farming. The leak has not been repaired since I witnessed it a couple of months earlier. It is one of several streams of human effluent flowing from the township into the Spruit. Catchment Management Forum members met with the Water and Sanitation Department in early August. They informed the department that the water quality in the Vonnefontein Spruit had not been monitored or tested since September 2021, when the department's contract with the laboratory doing the testing expired. Ramakwatedi says the municipality intends to relocate township residents to the newly developed Kutsong South, but the community is vehemently opposed to this.
We stood up to say no, we are not going to allow Kutsong to sink and vanish into the air. The people here, they have an attachment with their property. In an African culture, when a child is born, when the umbilical cord is cut, normally we bury the umbilical cord in the yards. So it's not easy to remove a person from their original houses.
One of the residents' biggest complaints is that the RDP houses they'll be placed in are much smaller than their existing homes and their furniture won't fit.
They don't tell people that they are normalized in those houses. To say you are going to stay permanently, and then because we took you from 8 rooms, what is going to happen when they put them temporarily? I don't know. We don't know whether they've put those people temporarily there or permanently there.
We came to Kutsong, a township ravaged by sinkhole formations, exacerbated by poor maintenance of infrastructure, and a municipality unresponsive to residents' complaints. Jerry Ramakwatedi says funds were allocated to repair the sinkholes, but there's been no transparency around how these funds have been utilized.
In 2018, the provincial government allocated 118 million to Mirafo, but we don't know how that money was spent. people are saying they are not going to be relocated. Those who are staying in dangerous place, we agree that they must be temporarily removed. Their stand should be rehabilitated. There are sewer spillages all over Khutsong South. The sewer manholes, they are overflowing. The sewage spillages are going to cause sinkholes again.
Ramokhotedi says residents are being evacuated without being properly notified.
At least a person must be notified, must be given, there must be a paperwork to say we are moving you to this area and to a transit area. You are going to stay there for how long? And also there must be social workers.
The Merafong municipality denied my numerous requests for an interview, but agreed to respond to my questions in writing. It says it isn't liable to replace or repair damaged houses unless negligence on its part can be established. It says a leaking pipe on stand 590 was repaired, but the leak later recurred due to sewer challenges in the area. Project 590 residents also initially prevented it going ahead with repairs by challenging the validity of its notices, ordering them to vacate their properties. The appointed consulting company completed its rehabilitation at risk. However, the municipality did confirm the 118 million rand received from provincial government for Project 590 was used to fund budget deficits on other projects. This was approved by the Provincial Disaster Management Centre. Merafong says it's not its responsibility to move people and their belongings, to provide storage or insurance for their goods, or to compensate homeowners for their losses. It says its responsibilities are to ensure community members are safe from structures that threaten their lives or property, to inform property owners in writing to vacate their houses where necessary, and to provide emergency accommodation in the form of RDP housing to affected residents. The municipality denies it used unqualified consultants as engineers and sat on information pertaining to Stand 590 for over a year. It says it has no budget for service delivery and infrastructural repair due to the existence of a culture of non-payment for municipal services within the Kutsong communities. Regarding insinuations of a lack of transparency, it says suspected corruption must be reported and investigated properly. Regarding the non-functional sewage plant and the continuous flow of sewerage into the Wonderfontein-Spruit via cracked sewage pipes, it says blockages are recurring activities, and it is unfortunate that the township was established in a position where the terrain flows towards the Wonderfontein-Spruit when blockages occur, and the Water and Sanitation Department regularly monitors spillages into the Spruit and conducts testing on the stream. It says there are no funds to build larger RDP houses, and residents' concerns that existing houses are too small to accommodate them and their furniture have been escalated to the provincial and national human settlement departments. While they are trying to come to terms with their losses, residents of Kutsong say they have been abandoned by the government and must contemplate an uncertain future alone.